Don Hodges here with another story, and this one I call Trading Places. This happened about 15 years ago. My dad had died of lung cancer that metastasized to the brain, and he lived for several months. Then he had radiation therapy and all this kind of stuff, but eventually went home to be with the Lord. Thank you, God. And that's another story. But this story had to do with his funeral. Now, my mom had set up his funeral at a Catholic church because our family was raised Catholic. And I had accepted the Lord when I was about 17. But I had attended a Catholic grade school and a Jesuit high school, so I had friends that were priests, and I knew a lot of priests and stuff. Well, at the funeral, my mom had asked this Scottish priest to do the funeral. And so he came up to me before the funeral started, and he said, "Hey, Don, your mom mentioned that you may want to share something at the funeral. So when the time comes where I'll give you the signal, and I'll just say, come on up, and then you can share whatever it is you want to share." So I'd been praying about it, and I just really wasn't sure how much, I felt the Lord wanted me to talk about my faith and how you're saved by grace through faith, and it's not of works, And I just didn't want to offend anyone. So anyway, I was kind of struggling with just how to approach it. And so the funeral starts. And we're about 3/4 of the way through, and he never gave me the high sign, never said anything. And I thought, I think he forgot. Well, I don't want to stand up and start waving my arms or anything. I thought, well, maybe he's going to do it closer to the end. So I just kept waiting and waiting, and he did a good job at the funeral. But then it was over, and he totally went down the aisle, and I don't remember what happened after that, except that it ended, and he walks away. And I'm thinking, well, okay, Lord, maybe you just didn't want me to talk. So we had a reception after the funeral, in this little cafeteria area. And so we get in line for this buffet, and he happens to come in right behind me. And when I turned around and saw him, and we connected, he said, "Oh, Don, oh man, I totally forgot to ask you to come up there. I am so sorry." And I said, "Hey, don't worry about it. A little change of pace. Now I have a chance to forgive you for something." If you know the Catholic story, that's quite funny. If not, take my word for it. But anyway, it killed me. Finally had a chance to forgive a priest without the booth or the confessional. But anyhow, I just love that story. I may be the only one, but I like it. Alrighty, that's it. Till the next one. God bless you.